Well, there we go. What's up, everyone? Aaron Nagler here with Cheesehead TV, coming to you live on Victory Monday. Packers win 35-20 over the Houston Texans. And we're live on Facebook, Twitter, and what's that thing? YouTube. Good to see everybody in the comments section already mixing it up. Packers fans, always fun to carry the G on a Victory Monday. We'll hear from Matt LaFleur later today. No significant injuries coming out of yesterday after a game which obviously saw the Packers' depth rise up. Hopefully, the guys who did get banged up are okay by Wednesday in time for practice. We'll see what the week brings for David Bakhtiari and Aaron Jones, two notable names who were missing from yesterday's activities. Packers seem to rise to the occasion, though, and a big shout-out to Brian Gutekunst for providing the depth that made it possible for them to march in and out of Houston and come out with a pretty convincing, comfortable victory. Hello. What's up, everyone? Morning, Jacqueline. Amar, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Is it bad we didn't miss Savage at all? Well, yes and no. I mean, I did wonder about that earlier in the week. Like, would we even be able to tell? I will say, though, I didn't think the Texans really targeted Will Redmond much. They didn't really go after him, and I suspect the Vikings will. So we'll see if Savage gets back this week, but Redmond played a decent game from what I could see. I want to obviously go and look at the All-22, but first blush, he held up all right. Nathan, thank you for the super chat. Didn't know Stephen Baldwin played for the Rays. By the way, Joe Buck's call was great. Euchre season also. Let's get Jamal Williams on Hot Ones. That's a lot going on in that comment, Nathan. Most of it baseball related, which I stopped watching as soon as the Brewers were done. Jesse, thanks for the super chat. Jair putting on a show again. Always, man. One of the, if not the best corner in the game today. Dustin, thank you for the super chat. The good, only 4 passes to MVS. The bad, 4 passes to MVS. The ugly, obviously MVS time for more anyone. MVS did not have a good game. Put him in the ugly, and good, bad, and the ugly for a reason. Rough showing, no doubt about it. We'll see if Malik Taylor starts to get some of those reps going forward. Lovett with a goal line smash block. I thought Lovett played his best game. And obviously that's with limited time. He hasn't seen the field a whole bunch, but he's a much more effective lead blocker than what's his name? Last year, fullback, whose name is now escaping me. Oh my God. Plays for the Patriots, although he opted out. Danny Vitale. There you go. I got there. It takes me a second on Monday mornings, but I got there. Josh, thanks for the super chat. Jackson seemed to settle in well. Also, how long is Collinsworth going to keep his lips on Russell Wilson's backside? You guys care way too much about what announcers think of people and talk about. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? But yeah, I thought Josh Jackson held up okay. No doubt about it. Again, it looked like Houston wanted to attack with lots of crossing routes, lots of underneath intermediate stuff. Josh, Will Redmond, these guys weren't really tested vertically deep in the way I thought they might be, but held up all right. No doubt about it. LaFleur and Rodgers look like they did their homework last week. Yeah, Brian, you ain't kidding about that. How about Bobby Turner? Yeah, I heard. Well, who was it? Vilma called him Bobby Turner. Billy played a hell of a game, and shout out to Billy Turner because I was not a fan of the idea of him playing left tackle, and he held up extremely well. It is one game. Hopefully they don't have to deal with that for too long. Hopefully they get Bakhtiari back sooner rather than later. But damn, he played one hell of a game yesterday. Major shout out to Billy Turner. Made me eat my words in pregame. He looked fantastic. Zach, thanks for the super chat. 2 observations from yesterday. Loved Pet and marrying Ben don't break with situational blitzing. 2, get rid of turf. Go Pack go. Yes, Zach. 1,000,000,000% on that second one. The NFLPA has actually put forward a proposition to make it mandatory that, artificial turf is completely removed from NFL stadiums. I doubt that will go anywhere, but I very much agree. As for Patton, he did a better job yesterday. There's no question about it. He still kept, for the most part, his 2 safety shell, lots of mixing of coverages, trying to keep everything in front of you, etc. But he did bring pressure on occasions in ways that I don't think we've seen a whole bunch this year. Definitely different guys being sent and different down and distances. It wasn't as predictable. So I very much agree with that. Kamal Martin, Antoine, he had a game. He had a very good game, very promising. He didn't play a ton, but what he did put on tape is very, very promising. Love the idea of him and Barnes together. Hope Barnes is okay. We'll see again, probably by Wednesday, and see what's up. Am I easily impressed, or was the TD from Jay Sternberger actually kind of tough to wrangle the ball in? Yeah, that's a decent catch, man. That's no joke. I mean, Rodgers is off platform there, spinning it because JJ is in his face. But yeah, that's not an easy catch. Jace made it look pretty damn easy. But yeah, no, you are not too easily impressed. Although I think we all kind of are when we watch NFL football because these guys all make it look easy. What else we got here? Brian, thanks for the super chat. I want the W this week, but I hope we put up 50. You're not asking for a lot, obviously. Yeah, but of course. You know what I want to? I want to like embarrass the Vikings. I want to be the reason that Wilf fires Zimmer. That's what I want. Dustin, thank you again for the super chat. Did you watch the great game last night? Seeing Metcalf catch Baker was madness. I did watch the whole thing, and that play was absolutely amazing. 3 interceptions, I believe, from Mr. Russell Wilson. Couldn't be my MVP candidate, that's for sure. 2 is fine. 3, that's a little too much. I can't abide. Cannot abide. What else we got? Jesse, thanks for the super chat. Favorite moment of the broadcast, the commentators circled Adams and said, problem number 1 is this press coverage with no safety. Adams gets a 40-yard TD on the play. No question. I don't know what the safety was looking at. You saw him at the end of the play try and punch the ball out while Davante's already in the end zone. That's obviously frustration. But, yeah, if that's your plan, you better put the plan in the garbage pail. Interestingly enough, that's one of the plays I was talking about when I asked Davante postgame about the plan coming in, because it was very clear that they wanted to reduce their splits, do a lot of condensed stuff, and utilize him both, in line, in the slot, and give him tons of room to work. Because if you notice that ball from Rodgers, it's not laid out in front of him, but it's kind of thrown to an area because they know they've got all this room to work with, especially with a single high safety look. And that safety kind of is caught up looking at the underneath stuff. I mean, Adams has got tons of real estate there to work with. And you saw that again and again and again, whether it's the deep crosser, whether it was the sideline stuff. They just look like they really wanted to utilize Davante with room to operate. And hell, it worked a charm. It worked something sweet. I love watching the Vikings post-game show. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. 30 is a beast. You are not kidding. Nathan, thanks again for the super chat. Billy Turner is better at tackle spots than guard. His athleticism allows him to keep up with speed rushers. Rodgers' cadence helping a lot too. That is no joke. Rodgers has made a living out of making offensive lines look better than they actually are due to his use of cadence and his ability to manipulate the rush and his pocket presence and feel. He got out of one sure sack yesterday for a completion to Davante Adams. But all of that said, I very much agree that Billy has looked a lot more comfortable at tackle than he did at guard. I'm still not a fan of his overall game, but I do think he has played much better than I expected him to this year. Like I said, maybe Crow yesterday. He absolutely pitched a shutout against J.J. Watt at times too, and that's no joke. The guy played a hell of a game. Do you understand the challenge flag now? Yes, Nicholas, I understand the challenge flag now. I am Mark Murphy. We know Big B. Morning, just me, or did Raven Green have a really good game? Go Pack Go. Corey, I said as much on Twitter last night. Best game of the year. Suffered an oblique injury, though. I hope he doesn't miss any time long term because he's really hitting his stride all over the place. He did get beaten once or twice, but every corner does. Every safety does. But down in and down out, full reps, I thought he played his best game of the year. No doubt about it. How did we not bite on Robbie Anderson? Well, they thought they had a deal in place last year, actually. The Jets changed their compensation ask right at the last minute. Kind of similar to what Ted Thompson went through with trying to trade for Tony Gonzalez back in the day when they had agreed upon a third, and then the Chiefs changed it to a second at the last minute, and Ted told him to take a walk. I don't know what the round compensation was, but I do know that they had it locked in. They thought it was done, and then the Jets changed the comp at the last second. And then, Brian said, nope, too rich for our blood, and they walked away. So that would be why. Arthur, thanks for the super chat. Will Matt LaFleur look at 49ers tape early with a short week? You have to think so. I know Mike used to. quite often have his guys working on both. But we'll see. Matt may take a different approach. He may say, we're focused one week at a time, 1-0, etc. But I would think he would have to. Although there is something to maybe taking a different approach than what you do normally, because both times they faced the 49ers last year, they got their ass handed to them. The 49ers are no joke, playing much better. Took it to the Patriots yesterday. It may end up just being, okay, look, we got to be as, just get our base core concepts in for that Thursday game and just run what we know and don't even game plan. It's a possibility. But hey, as Matt would say, got to concentrate on beating the Vikings first. Got to go 1-0 before you can go 2-0. MVS is a bust. MVS was atrocious yesterday. Yeah. You know what? He's not progressing. It's okay to say that. It's all right. So now maybe we see a little bit more Malik Taylor. They are calling around for wide receiver help. It is an organic thing. This is what happens. When they were sitting there this offseason, they didn't expect Devin Funchess to opt out. They didn't expect Allen Lazard to get hurt for an extended period of time. MVS was always going to be a complimentary piece. Now he's been asked to do a little bit more, and he's not rising to the occasion. So now they will adjust. Still doesn't mean they should have drafted a wide receiver, by the way. Come back to me when Jordan Love has won a bunch of games and Pro Bowls and Super Bowls, etc. Then we can talk about the draft. Do we see what Jordan Love is? Draft doesn't matter. Spence, thanks for the super chat. It'll be nice to get Lazard back. Will he be back next week? No. I know he was running at practice, guys, but Allen Lazard's not coming back for a while. Get this, the idea about Lazard coming back anytime soon should be pushed out of your head. Is getting Terry McLaurin realistic? I doubt it. I'd be absolutely shocked if Washington wanted to deal him. I guess. But no, it's not. Who are we getting before the trade deadline? Angel, I'd be surprised if they get anybody. I know they're making calls, but it takes two to tango. You got to come up with a comp that makes sense. And Brian has shown that he is not going to overspend on anybody. So we'll see. This team is going to be really fun when Lazard does get back. You are absolutely correct. I'm glad the Cardinals beat the Seahawks. Me too. Lazard 3 weeks, probably 4. That's a little bit more realistic, Mark. And I still think that's optimistic. Love seeing Big Dog out there still quietly producing. 1,000%. Yes. Jonathan Vilma is not a Packers fan. The broadcast was horrible. Kenny Albert had to explicitly remind him that he is not rooting for a team. Did you see John Kuhn call him out on Twitter? That was phenomenal. It was so great. I like our receivers, but MVS is a bum. Peter, you guys are so bad. All the game yesterday, and I swear it was a home game, 80% Packer fans there. Jake, we had people literally checking in on the live stream from the game. It was awesome. Packer fans are the best. The best. You heard Aaron Rodgers talk about it after the game, how special it is to be walking off the field to a chorus of Go Pack Go. Packer fans are the bomb, man. Preston had his best game of the year. 1,000%, Julia. He read the tweets, as they like to say. He was everywhere. And the thing is he probably doesn't show up much on the stat sheet, but down in and down out, he was absolutely on fire. He was applying pressure. He was affecting the quarterback, affecting the game. Absolutely read that fourth down RPO perfectly. Watson clearly thought he had him, and no, he did not. Oh, just a really solid all-around game from Preston Smith. Now, got to make that the standard, Preston. That's the whole idea. Market 8 or market 0? Market 0, Dustin. Oh, boy. I think Facebook's having issues. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to get going anyway, pretty soon anyway. Gotta make it short today. EQ will become a better version of MVS. It's possible. Is Preston still being asked to drop into coverage a bunch more than last year? He never was, Matt. Almost exact same numbers when it comes to amount he's been dropping into coverage. Barnes is going to be a keeper at linebacker. Very much agreed there. Another solid game. I hope the injury isn't too much. I traded for Will Fuller in fantasy just in time to watch Jair crush his soul. We have bad weather here. Nope, no bad weather here. Yeah, sorry, guys. I think Facebook is messed up. Love it when we get a few sit down, son, from Nags. Javier, it's just ingrained in me, especially when the defense makes a big play or sacks the quarterback. It's what I do. JJ Watt, question mark? No, Angel. They're not trading for JJ Watt. You ever notice how Za'Darius is always getting hurt but never misses a game? Michael, you could look at it one of two ways. He's either trying to stop the momentum of the opposing team, or he's just a warrior who's playing through it. He was on the injury report all week, though, and the Packers aren't lying about that. So it isn't like he's not hurt, because he is. I'll take one or two more here, guys. Bench MVS, please. Justin, that time is coming. That time might be now. Forecast to be 11 tomorrow morning in northern Wisconsin, then a warm-up. I can't wait for some frozen tundra action soon. It could be on Sunday. Alexander, best cornerback in the league? 100% yes. No question about it. Time to smash the Vikings. That is what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I got to get going. I'm so sorry this is going to be so short today. We'll be back tomorrow morning. I have a fun surprise guest on Nagler's Never Right this week. That'll be up tomorrow. And Packer Transplants will be at 5 o'clock. So please hit like on Wednesday. So please hit like, hit subscribe. Q King, D-Train is back, baby. You love to see it. Nathan, Facebook is messed up. Truest words ever said. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, making Cheesehead TV part of your Packers routine. Please hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.